Oh, goodness. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another Plum Crazy Adventure live on Monday nights. We're going to give it a couple of minutes, let some people come in. I've changed up my setup a little bit, so if you see me looking off to the left, it's because I'm checking my laptop. We are attempting to use a webcam for our YouTube so that we're kind of looking at both at the same time rather than the constant up and down. But unfortunately, I haven't figured out how to do the comments yet. So
oh, don't worry about
everything is a work in progress, folks. So, all right. Looks like we've got a couple of people over there on YouTube. Thank you for joining us over there. Looks like we're starting to get a couple people filtering in over on Facebook. Hello, hello. Awesome.
Hi.
I think everything's working good. Looks like our volume's where it needs to be.
I'm watching. I like that. That's really cool.
Hi, Deb.
Hello, hello.
Thanks for joining us this evening. So, okay.
Red request to join Plum Crazy Adventures Live. Christopher Snyder. I'll be there in about a month.
Yep, you're going to be in Vegas in about a month. That's exciting.
Yeah.
We're actually going to be talking about some things you can do that isn't necessarily strip related at the end of our. It isn't strip, not that strip.
Oh, you
Las
mean
Vegas
on the
strip related.
Oh, okay.
We'll be talking about that a little bit later, so make sure you stay tuned. So, without further ado, Scott, do you want to get into what we did over the weekend?
Well, Saturday I slept, and Megan she did some work, and yesterday. Sunday we took off and went for a nice little drive over to Altoona to go visit a nice little park.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't even realize this park exists. We took off and drove over there and got to see some beautiful mountains. Of course, it's just, it's Altoona. So you're at the beginning part of the Allegheny Mountain Range. So you're into it. Actually, at the park, you can actually look around you, and there's mountains on both sides of you.
Exactly.
So,
it's beautiful.
Really gorgeous.
22 is probably one of my favorite highways to drive just because you get some unbelievable views of the mountains and such. So
yeah, it was a beautiful drive, beautiful day. We thought we were going to get rained on yesterday a little bit, but it just kind of turned and just went away from us. So we ended up having a wonderful time out there. We were out there for a good 4 or 5 hours and had a lot of fun.
And we were at Lakemont Park because he hasn't stated what the name is yet. So
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
For those of you that are like, what the heck? Which is in Altoona. It is right next to the baseball field, which is interesting.
Yeah.
And it's a really neat concept. Everything is completely, you can go park for free, go walk around Lakemont Park for free. It's free for walkers and stuff during the week and on the weekends. But if you want to do any of the rides, those are seasonal and based on availability. Like they were only open for the weekend. They're not open during the week. Now the school's back in. Altoona Curve.
Yep, the Altoona Curve.
Yep. So.
And do you know why they call it the Altoona Curve? I mean, other than it's a baseball team. Let's see if Christopher can get that one.
Yep, I think he will.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun. You can either pay per ride, and you can purchase like individual tickets that the ride attendants will take from you, or you can purchase a wristband and you can play all day. And for $20 a person, I thought that was a very reasonable thing.
Yeah.
Unlimited goofy golf, unlimited riding roller coasters. They had 2 of their 3 open. The kiddie coaster was closed, the little leaper. They also had a train, monster boats, which was not, it's just paddle boats that were like little dragons. Yeah. Not actual monster boats.
Well, they're supposed to replicate the Loch Ness Monster a little bit. So that's, I thought it was kind of cool. But
I'm glad you finally made it over there on YouTube, Mike. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, it was really interesting on the one that we got because we couldn't get the thing to steer right, and Nick was like straddling the middle of it, and he had the controller in between. That sounds wrong. But anyway, he had the steering column in between his legs, so we're sitting there trying to steer it back and forth, and it was not working at all. We just kept going to the bank. So
It's the Horseshoe Curve, which is also where they get the Pennsylvania Railroad from in Monopoly. Well, look at you and all of your cute information.
There you go.
I like it.
Heath, Mark Feller.
I think you may have Googled it because it took him a few minutes to respond.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Well, anyway.
That's okay though. I'm just glad that he responded to us. So
definitely
yesterday, a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Riding one of the oldest roller coasters.
The oldest.
The oldest roller coaster in the world.
Yep. Built in 1902.
Wow. I'm gonna tell you what, guys.
I should say the oldest surviving. Roller coaster.
Yeah, surviving roller coaster that you can still ride. Now, guys, this had no restraints. Nothing. You had a bar in front of you. This ride was called Leap the Gap, right?
Leap the Dips.
Leap the Dips. Leap the Dips. And I kid you not, there was one
point. You're going to have to watch the video.
Yeah, you're going to have to watch the video, but there's one point in the video that you'll actually hear me say, Nick, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sit on you. Like literally, my butt went above his head. And I came down on top of him, and I felt really bad, but he was still having fun. But
I'm glad he was having fun.
And like you can even see in the video when Jonathan looks at me and says, "Dad, you got Nick?" Like he looked forward, and the ride does this.
Yep.
And you're just getting thrown, and all of a sudden you get a big dip, and boom. So that right there is my butt. Here's Nick's head.
Death wish, Deb.
Yeah, I'm telling you. You guys got to watch the video. It's hilarious.
Hopefully I will have that out for you guys on Thursday.
Yeah.
I have some time squared away to be able to work on it on Wednesday.
But a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I can actually cross it off the list and say that I've officially ridden the roller coaster. One of the oldest surviving roller coasters. And threw my back out. No, kidding. No, I had
actually, you did pretty good with that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Surprisingly.
It was a lot of fun. The Skyview. Skyliner. Well, I don't know names at all.
No, you don't. You don't pay any attention.
I'm sorry.
That's what I'm here for.
I'll let Monopoly over here tell you. I mean, Megan, sorry.
He's in a mood tonight, guys. So the Skyliner. Now, I ended up not riding Leap the Dips because it was a maximum of 4. And I was like, I'll just get footage of you guys riding it for the first time, and then I'll go on with one of the boys. Well, like nobody wanted to ride it again except for JT, and JT goes, no, you're not riding it. Part of it was because the Skyliner, when we all rode that one, literally threw my neck out because at one point
you can see it in the video too.
I just went completely out of my seat. You could see my butt. Like, and that was with the seatbelt on. I don't even know how the heck that happened. But
she went this way, Nick went this way.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
So they are classic wooden coasters that are a little rough on you.
Yep,
so I'm just we're going to forewarn you. Very cool to do because it's really cool being able to say that you have done it and have won for the history books.
Yep.
But it's not something that I think will necessarily be like, oh yes, we're going to go do this again and again and again.
Yep.
It's not Expedition Everest or Space Mountain. So
but,
just throwing that out there.
And you got to look at the age of the rides and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're wooden coasters. I mean, they've got the and in the video, you can actually see the chain for the oldest coaster. Yes, you can see the chain going up to pull you up. And at the beginning of it,
for that one, freaking out for that one.
Yeah, for that one, the ride operator guy actually pushes you on the track and pushes you into where the chain actually grabs hold of you and starts pulling you up the incline.
Yes.
I've never been on a ride before that actually had that happen.
Nope.
So I thought that was really cool. I did a quick little, hey, there's the guy, cameo of him doing that. But I've never been on a ride that actually you had to be pushed up to the chain. So I thought that was really neat.
That was very cool, actually, getting to see that. Because, again, that's not something that you see. It is a very old school. And for both of them, as soon as you get to the top of the lift hill and it's
all gravity.
Released, it's all gravity and the motors are shut off until the next riders go through.
Yeah,
so
it's
that
really
was different. Hearing a coaster be that quiet and yet also
Yeah.
so loud.
So you can really hear us going, oh, oh. Well, maybe it was just me doing that. Nick, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sit on you.
And by the end of the Skylar, so it was a lot of fun.
Some of the great things we did get to do. We got to race some go-karts.
Oh yes,
that was completely fun. All 5 of us got to go. Nick, unfortunately, he could not drive. I mean, he's under, he's 5. I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah.
But he went with Megan both times.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to get a video on the first time we did it, and something happened. I couldn't get the gimbal to reconnect again, so I just put it down and drove and had some fun.
Yep.
And on the second one we did, I actually had the GoPro on, and I got some excellent footage of me coming up through the field and racing with people and stuff. And it just shows you how much fun you can really have it at this little park with go-karts and stuff. Now, the one thing I really liked, I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed going in those old antique cars.
That was fun.
And
that thing was a pain to drive, but and you know what? I didn't even look at that footage that you took yet. I can only imagine. Yeah, we haven't seen that part yet. Yeah. But what was interesting was you have to basically just stomp your foot on the floor onto this.
It's like a pedestal, basically.
Yeah, it's like a pedestal, and you push it down, and that's what makes it go.
Yeah.
But obviously, there's no power steering or anything, so you're trying to turn it, and it doesn't turn. Thank God there's that guard thing there, because that was about the only way that we would have stayed on the road.
Yeah, we would have crashed right through the gate and right down the creek down there, and just that'd been it. But
overall, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we had a good time there. Nick, toward the end, he was starting to get a little bit tired and stuff, and he just didn't.
Yeah, we did goofy golf at the end, and we really should have done that earlier in the day. I think he would have had more fun with it.
Yeah.
Because he does enjoy goofy golf, but we were hot and tired, and we thought that there were going to be more food options available, and there really wasn't. There was like drinks and ice cream.
Yeah, and some snack stuff like bags of potato chips and stuff like that. But
we were expecting to be able to get like hot dogs and pizza or something like that, and I didn't see anything like that open for us. So
now they do have a water park that's there. They only have a couple rides, and it's off to the side. Unfortunately, it was not open.
Yeah, it was closed for the 2022 season. And Deb, this is Lakemont Park, which is in Altoona, Pennsylvania. So, and I think we might actually be going back this winter because they've already started setting up for their Christmas celebration that they have out there.
Humongous displays of Christmas lights already starting to set them up.
Yeah, they're setting them up already. I'm like,
it's going to be fun.
Really thinking we're going to go out there and we're going to check it out. Maybe not all 5 of us. That might just be a you, me, and Nick thing.
Yeah.
But I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah. It was a good trip overall yesterday. I mean, the weather was pretty good.
Nice having all of us together, too.
Yeah, it just felt weird to have the 5 of us. We didn't have Chris. I mean, obviously, but he hasn't been with us for 5 years. So
I know. Which is sad.
Yeah.
Next year.
So, yeah, I mean, a good day, a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it. And so you guys, if you haven't done so already, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our channel so you can see that brand new video when it comes out.
Exactly.
Should be out this week sometime.
Yes, hopefully by Thursday.
Well, okay, so let's get into what we're here to talk about tonight. Obviously, we're going to be talking about going on a wonderful cruise to Las Vegas. Now we're going out to talking about going to Vegas, and we're going to talk a little bit about our trip when we went out there and stayed in Henderson, Nevada, and went out and seen
which is a suburb of Las Vegas for those of you that aren't familiar.
And also went out and seen the Grand Canyon, the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We went past the Nellis Air Force Base, which is home to the what?
I don't know.
Thunderbirds.
Okay, I was going to say Thunderbirds, but I was afraid I was going to be like, no.
No, you're right. You're right.
So.
Just say it. You can be wrong on this channel.
Not going to lie, I'm excited for Christmas and the Grinch while setting up the tree. Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun. We might have to do something when we go to set up our Christmas tree, some kind of a live or something, and kind of talk about the different Christmas ornaments that we have.
Yeah, we did that last year.
Well, I brought some out, I think. We didn't actually do like a decorating the tree or anything. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
We'll have to figure something out.
Because we collect two things in this household. We collect Christmas ornaments everywhere that we go, and we collect shot glasses everywhere that we go.
Well, with that being said,
because they pack very easily.
You should start with
the
first one.
All right. So, in true fashion, this is the very first one that we got for Las Vegas. I actually got this in the. I'm going to actually bring it up a little bit so that you guys can see it. I got it in the airport, mainly because I just love the dice that was in it. I used to collect magnets too, LOL. Yeah, Christopher was our magnet collector. And really, really liked this one. Obviously, most of these, they spin. This one was a lot of fun. We got it, and it still had the sticker on it. It was $6. So
ain't that price no more?
No, it's definitely not that price anymore.
$12.
So, like I said, I got that one from the airport, but obviously there are so many different shops and stuff that you can go to.
You can go everywhere. Like at the local gas station, you can buy shot glasses. So.
Exactly. Now, another thing that we got in Las Vegas. Now, this is the Las Vegas Speedway shot glass. And we were there in 2017. So, as you can see, this one is very standard. When we went, it was not during a race week. Sorry for that.
Didn't even hear it come.
So it was very dead as far as like the shop and stuff. That was actually, fun fact, the very first place that JT and Noah ever drove a vehicle was at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway parking lot.
Yep.
They got to pull the rental car forward a few feet and was like, hey, I drove Vegas.
Yep.
So a lot of fun.
That was an awesome experience for both of them. And it was really nice to be able to give that experience to them. Just to be able to say that they drove in, well, they actually drove in 3 different states.
Yeah, they did.
Because it was Nevada, Arizona,
not that we're necessarily telling people to do that with their children when they don't have a permit or a license, but it was a fun thing for them to do.
If they drive around in a circle, it's technically okay.
If they take it out of park and they move a couple feet and they put it back in park, that's okay.
Yep. And you don't crash through the building, that's okay too.
That's really okay. Now, when we actually went to Las Vegas, we didn't get to do a lot of like the strip things. We got to see a lot of stuff from the strip, but we didn't. That wasn't what our focal point was for us flying into Vegas. We actually wanted to go see the Hoover Dam, and as you can see, sorry, it's kind of weird looking on the other screen, but I really, really like this particular shot glass that we have because it shows the dam right there. Just take it out on the track. Oh, I wish we could have. That would have been fun. But
actually, we couldn't have done that because they were actually doing time trials, or somebody was testing on the track. I don't know who it was at the time, but if I was a little more gutsier, I probably would have went ahead and tried to drive through the tunnel and go in to go see who it was. But somebody wouldn't let me.
Nope. I don't need to get arrested before a trip even started. So back to the Hoover Dam. Hoover Dam is definitely something that anybody that is going to Vegas for the first time should go out there, check it out. It is really an architectural marvel. And then, of course, you also get to see Lake Mead, which is another really cool thing to check out. So definitely well worth checking all that
Lake Mead.
out.
Now, I don't know if a lot of you guys have heard or not, but Lake Mead it's at an all-time low. Like it's so low that it's actually showing boats that have been sunk for years are starting to come out. They're coming out. I mean, the water level's going down and they're there.
Oh, interesting.
They have found a few bodies. So far, none of it's been mob related, but it's been because of accidents and stuff. Like it's been on like a boat would crash or something, and they just couldn't find the other person's body. Unfortunately, that was an accident. So, but yeah, it's very interesting to see. Like I've been watching a few YouTubers and stuff and just talking about it, and it's amazing the level of where the water is. Like, I mean, if you could see our photos from when we were out there in 2017 and compare it to a photo of right now, it's amazing how much it's dropped.
Right.
Like it's just unbelievably low. It's to the point now they've actually started taking the intakes and they're bringing them down further to be able to suck the water up to be able to use it. And it's sad, but they're in a drought out there. They are in the monsoon season, but unfortunately,
I was going to say, I mean, Dale McKenzie, he has Las Vegas Inside and Out. Anybody that is interested, definitely check out his YouTube channel. He has phenomenal stuff out there. But he said this is the wettest monsoon season that they've ever had in probably the past 10 years.
Yeah,
so hopefully it will help a little bit, but obviously when you're in a desert, I mean, it's hard to get that collected. And
it helps, but it's not. I mean, they would literally need to have that probably like not the monsoons, but they would need to have rain for like the next 3 years constantly. They would need the mountains to be completely filled with snow and then melt off and to refill that lake back up where it needs to be. It's an emergency situation right now.
Yeah.
The Hoover Dam, it's still running. It's still able to produce power and stuff. But if that lake level goes down too far, it's hard to tell what's going to happen out there. But so anyway.
Well, now that we've been completely bummed out about Lake Mead,
sorry.
I thought it was a fun thing that you could go do, but apparently not.
It is really neat. The other thing, to be able to go see it by air, they have helicopter tours and stuff that literally take off from around. I think it was in Henderson. They had them right there. You can go and get on a helicopter, and you can fly over the Hoover Dam, over parts of the Grand Canyon and stuff. Those are some really interesting ways to be able to see the area by air. It's pretty neat to experience it. I've seen a few YouTubers and stuff that they've reported about it, and I thought it would be really cool.
Got to see it that way because they did that on the way out to Grand Canyon.
Yep.
So, it's definitely a cool way of doing it if that's something that it will fit into your budget.
Yep.
So that is one thing that definitely recommend people do that. And then the other thing is you are right on the Nevada-Arizona line. When you are on the Hoover Dam, which is another really cool thing.
Yeah.
So, plus, if any of you are movie buffs and you remember the movie that had Matt Perry and
Fools Rush In.
Yes, thank you, Fools Rush In, Salma Hayek, that Hoover Dam is brought up quite a few times. And granted, it's not like that anymore as far as that's the only way to get in and out of.
But the area that we parked when we were there was the area where they parked and filmed that.
Yep. So very, very cool. And then obviously you can see it as you're taking the interstate across on the gigantic bridge, which you can actually walk on and across as well, which we did. And yes, they had a hard time with that. Me and Noah had a good time. JT and Scott, they were rushing right back to land.
My knees were knocking. I did not like that. It was a cool view. I mean, being able to be out in the middle of that bridge and then just look down and see the Hoover Dam and see Lake Mead behind it, and the dam actually functioning below you. It was cool, but it was one of those. Yep, that's cool. Let's go.
Oh, too funny.
Can't help it.
All right. I'm sorry, I have to laugh and I have to bring up the comment, Mike, on our YouTube channel. Not much fun for the guy's body that was in a barrel. That's why I'm laughing, guys. I guess I have a morbid sense of humor. But it just struck me as funny.
Yeah, there is some questionable things that they're finding in Lake Mead right now. So we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Now, because you are so close to Arizona, you are also fairly close to being able to check out the Grand Canyon. Now, when we went, instead of doing the western rim, we decided to do the south rim because you get to see a lot more. That is the more iconic place to check out the views. And that was probably, about a 4-hour drive?
Easily, yeah.
Easily. Obviously, we stopped at a few places and we wanted to see some things. And another reason why we did that is because we actually got to go on part of Route 66.
Yep.
So this is one thing that is on our bucket list. Someday, Scott and I will be doing this. We will be renting a convertible in Chicago, and we will be driving from Chicago all the way out on all of the remaining pieces of Route 66. We are going to do it someday.
Yep. I don't know when, but it's coming.
Yep. So that was one reason why we decided to do it. And then obviously Grand Canyon National Park, you can see we got a lot of shot glasses just in this one day. As you can see, very, very well known for their caribou. So we got to see a lot of them walking around. It was really interesting. We also got to see a bunch of signage telling you to watch out for mountain goats and just different things.
Yeah.
And there's wildlife out there that you don't have out here on the eastern side of the U.S. And the landscapes are completely different. Thelma and Louise.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
So definitely very, very cool. Well worth the drive to go out there and back. Now, I would recommend going out there, spending a night, and then coming back the next day.
Mm-hmm.
We did not do that, which ended up kind of killing our next day because we were all so tired.
Yeah.
But definitely would be something that I would recommend doing.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when you're in Arizona, you have to get the fun terracotta Arizona shot glass. I love it. This is one of my favorites, actually.
Yeah, I wish I'd done a little more research and stuff when we were out at the Southern Rim, and we would have stayed because we were only, I think it was about 40 minutes from the crater,
Mm-hmm.
where it was a big impact crater from a meteor.
Yeah.
It's in New Mexico, obviously, but
You're so close.
Yeah, you're so close. I mean, it's unreal how close we were. And I looked it up after we got back, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we were so close to that. Why didn't we just take a few more minutes and drive over and see it? But we were just completely awestruck when we got to see the Grand Canyon. It was so beautiful, so gorgeous. I mean, it literally looked like you were just staring at a giant painting.
It didn't look real.
It didn't look real at all.
No, we weren't far from the Four Corners, Chris.
No, we weren't. Not at all. But there's a lot of little things that we want to go back out and do.
Mm-hmm.
So
and take our time to do it. So
yeah. But yeah, it was really neat. And the drive back, I remember we were coming back toward Vegas. I mean, you could see off in the distance, you could see literally the glow of the city. And we were like 90 miles from it. You could see it already. So we stopped.
And we kept wondering, like, okay, like, aren't we going to come up on the city now? We can see it.
So we stopped along the road and where it was really dark and pulled off, and we all got out and we looked up at the stars and stuff. And it was just, if you looked away from the city,
yes.
Wow, it was just, the sky was so full of stars and stuff. I've never seen that much in my life.
Yep.
And it was just, it was so beautiful. There's so much more that I want to go out and do on the Southwest yet. Yes. There's still a ton of things that I want to go do. So there's more trips coming. A few of
them done next summer.
Yep.
Maybe.
Somewhere.
But those are a few of the things that you can do while you're in Las Vegas that is not necessarily part of the Strip.
Mm-hmm.
And there's plenty of other things that you can do. You can go ATVing out in the mountains.
Yep.
You can go
hiking
at the Red Rock.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's other things that you can do right there. You can go to State Line, check out the hotel that they have out there, and kind of just see the now defunct roller coaster that they have out there at State Line. And then there's other things that you can do just north of the city. So plenty to do.
The big painted rocks.
Yeah, there's the painted rocks.
Yeah, that's.
To be honest, I'm ready to go to Utah. Yes, Christopher, I bet you are.
Mm-hmm.
I am very jealous that you're going to be in Utah.
Yeah, there's some beautiful country out there too, man. I'm telling you. So
someday.
Lots of photos, dude. Lots of photos.
Someday we're going to get there. So, but I did promise that I was going to talk to you guys. I loved it at the Grand Canyon, seen the strip lights. Dad wouldn't drive to the city. I don't really blame him for not wanting to drive in the city. It can get a little bit hairy if you're trying to get trying to turn into somewhere and you aren't in the lane you're supposed to be in.
Yeah,
that was a little fun.
But back in the day, this is Grandpa that was driving.
Oh,
that's not my dad. That was Grandpa that was driving. So things were a little bit different back in that time. So
What you're saying is that probably wasn't appropriate.
It was probably about a good 45, 50 years ago. I think I was around. I think I was on that trip, or I might have been swimming. I might have been in Mom's tummy at that time. So.
Oh, okay.
But
regardless, let's start talking about the Bellagio.
Yes, the Bellagio.
The Bellagio is such an interesting and cool hotel. It took over the Sands location, and it was opened up in the 1990s. So it's not necessarily. It's not old, really, but by Vegas standards, I guess it could be considered an older hotel.
Okay, so it was 6 months old. Okay. I knew I was there.
So now the Bellagio Hotel was actually designed by Steve Wynn. Obviously, Steve Wynn was a huge person that was very integral into creating Las Vegas into what it is today. He had the Wynn, several other hotels and such. Now the Bellagio is no longer owned by the Wynn Corporation. I believe it's actually owned by the MGM, but don't quote me on that. That is one thing I didn't write down. I was kind of all over the place when I was writing down my notes. But Steve Wynn actually, when him and his wife got married and they honeymooned in Lake Como, Italy, they loved it so much that he decided that he was going to go ahead and create a hotel experience that was very much like that. So that's awesome. Where that comes from. Damn stinky diapers. Now, the Bellagio itself has 3,950 rooms. Those range from standard rooms with standard views all the way up to these huge penthouse suites. The sky is the limit, okay? Yep. And they do have a couple of towers available. So depending on which tower you're in as to whether you're in the original tower that was built in the 90s or ones that have been built later on. So, but obviously they're all going to be beautiful. They're all very well maintained.
Yeah.
Now, when you go inside the lobby, you've got a couple of the carousels of death that I like to call them, so that you can go in. I know, like you get annoyed by me, but I'm just waiting to get stuck in one of them one day.
I'll laugh.
I know. But
why can't I get out? I just keep going in circles.
No, I just mean like it's stuck and I'm just staring and I can't go anywhere. Like it's not moving. That's what I'm afraid of. So, but anyway, inside the lobby, if you look up, there is a glass-blown flower feature that was created by Dale Chihuly. It has over 2,000 of these hand-blown glass flowers, and it's called the Fiori di Como. And it's absolutely beautiful. And I challenge you, next time that you go to the Bellagio and you're in Las Vegas, definitely check it out. But also when you're exploring the resort itself, check and see which other, how many other of those glass flower decorations you can find throughout the Bellagio, because they are scattered throughout the resort.
Yep. And
they're absolutely beautiful. Now, another reason why I wanted to bring up the Bellagio is because this is the home of the iconic conservatory. Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for watching us. Is that the hotel that they used in the Hangover movie? I don't know. I've never seen the Hangover.
I believe it is.
I have no idea.
Don't quote me on
I will have to look into that. That was somebody that asked that question over on YouTube. But the conservatory, I really, really like this particular thing. It is basically this huge atrium that they do these different seasonal pieces of art, really, that combines all kinds of different elements, including the floral arrangements in botany, and it's absolutely amazing. Currently, Google it. I'll Google it in a little bit, Deb. I kind of don't have a device I can Google right now. So, yes, it is the Hangover. Thank you, Christopher.
Thank you. Yep.
So let me...
Yes, it is.
So, yes. Now, the conservatory, right now, they're kind of at the end of their summer session. They do a summer, fall, winter, and spring. And this one was really cool because they had these like 40-foot tall giraffes that were inside, that were flanking the middle area. They had this giant lion with a crown on his head, with his cub and his mate and stuff right there next to him, and kind of playing and everything. Obviously, these are all flowers that they've created these with, and they maintain them daily. So it's really, really beautiful and amazing. They have these different projections on the back wall. Yeah, Chris, I knew you would do it. You probably knew it. And then they also have these different water fixtures and stuff in there as well. So absolutely beautiful, really, really cool place to be able to go and explore. And the conservatory is free.
Yeah.
Just like the fountain show that they have outside of their doors, completely free for people to go and enjoy.
Yeah.
I just love that.
The horticulturalists did an awesome job with this display. I mean, I've seen this numerous times throughout this summer here and watching YouTube channels and stuff like that. It is just amazing the detail of work that just went into this. And this is something you get to do for free. I mean, that is
it's the Bellagio. You're paying a heavy price tag. But even if you're not staying at the Bellagio, you can still go.
Yeah. I mean, if you go out just to go see that stuff, I mean, it's amazing. Just the amount of creative work that goes into it. I mean, it's truly art. I mean, that's what it truly is.
Oh, come on.
What are you doing?
I broke it. That's what I did. I can't see your comment, Christopher, because it's way too big. That's not the best thing filmed in Vegas. One of Dad and I's favorite TV shows was filmed out there. You can't forget about Vegas Vacation.
Yep, but that's at the fabulous Mirage.
Yes. Which, isn't the Mirage the one that they are tearing down?
I think so. Yeah.
Which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
But very excited to see what they're going to put out there. Regardless, let's get back to the Bellagio. So when you guys check into the Bellagio Hotel, what I found really interesting is their rooms, they have them decorated in these muted tones that are supposed to mimic the sunrise over Lake Como. And so you've got these really subtle...
Lake Como is in
Italy.
There you go.
So,
just want to make sure.
So you've got these really muted, like sand colors, tans, blues, different things, and it's just a really, really beautiful room that you're going to be in.
Yeah.
And then if you're going to be staying at the Bellagio, you really should go ahead and spend a couple extra dollars to make sure you get that fountain view room, because if you tune your TV into channel 22, I don't know why I can't speak this evening, you're actually going to hear the soundtrack to the fountain show itself while you're in your room. And
how cool is that to be sitting there sipping a cold one, just looking down and seeing the beautiful show,
having a glass of wine or champagne or cheesecake. I'll be cheesecake.
Wow.
So you know us. It's always going to be the sweets. We could care less about the bubbly.
Yeah, this is true.
So also the mattresses, it's going to be one of the best experiences that you can have sleeping in a hotel, because they use Stearns & Foster mattresses, which are made especially for the Bellagio Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of a mattress company making mattresses special for a hotel.
Yeah,
so,
you can actually purchase them out here. You can buy those mattresses and stuff. So,
I had no idea.
Yes, they're the Bellagio mattresses that you can get to bring home to your house, so that way you can bring a touch of Vegas into your own home.
Interesting. And then, of course, you're also going to have the Lenavera toiletries. Speaking of alcohol, what is the laws on open containers on the Strip? I think that you are allowed to have open containers on the Strip in certain areas.
I would do some research.
We'll have to look at that for you to be sure. I know that New Year's and such, when they close down the Strip itself so that everything is open, I believe there's you're allowed to do open carry and stuff for that. But as far as from location to location, as you're walking around, when it's not a big holiday like that and everything's shut down, to vehicles and such, we'll have to double check.
Yeah.
So Now, the pool area. Oh my gosh, let me tell you guys about this pool area. It is huge, first off. They have 4 separate pools. They have 2 giant pools that you can enjoy some time in. They also have the Cypress pool, which is the pool that has the specialized butlers. Wow, bubbly cheesecake too, and a mattress. There you go. But the Cypress pool has hosted services, chase lounge chairs, special amenities and stuff. So if you are wanting to be pampered on your stay, go to the Cypress pool. Make sure that you rent out your Chase lounge chair and just be waited on hand and foot all afternoon at the pool. This is the one that you're going to want to go to.
Terrible life.
And also the whirlpools. Oh my gosh, they're huge.
It's the size of our apartment, guys.
I'm not even kidding. Like,
it's just big.
Don't get me wrong. The Sheraton was absolutely amazing that we were at a couple weeks ago up in Erie, but the whirlpool at the Bellagio is bigger than the pool that they had in the Sheraton. Like, it's just giant.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like it before. So definitely that is where you're going to find us when we go to stay. Now, I will say if you are going to be spending any amount of time at the pool, definitely consider renting a cabana or renting that Chase lounge chair and making sure that you have something set up and ready to go, because the hot tubs and the pools are extremely popular at the Bellagio. And with the 3,950 rooms, I mean, granted, the pool area, it covers over 5 acres, has phenomenal landscaping. You feel like you're off on your own, but at the same time, you've got all of these people here, and a lot of times you can't find chairs for you to be able to put your stuff down. So Chris, take enough to share with everyone. So definitely, if you're planning on doing a pool day, make sure that you plan ahead for that. Now, I will say the Bellagio Pool Cafe is, it's steps away from the largest pool that they have on property. And they do breakfast and lunch there. They actually have very nice breakfast options if you guys are wanting to have a nice breakfast outside before it gets too hot, because obviously Las Vegas, it is in the desert. So that is an option for you. And then, of course, they've got cocktails that you can order from there. And then they also have a beverage walk-up window where you can get your alcoholic or mocktail beverages there. And then they on the other side of the pool area, they have a full-service bar which you can go and you can actually sit at and order your drinks and such.
Yeah.
So they've got you covered all the way around. So another thing, they also have a gazebo that is in the center of the pool area. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because, again, very Italian. They have this beautiful statue right in the middle that has, I think they said pink hydrangeas all the way around it. And then all of the columns that make up the gazebo, they're these giant, like faux marble, it could be real marble, I have no idea, but marble-esque columns. And then they are completely covered in these vines of yellow roses. And all you see is yellow roses.
That's cool.
So, again, amazing horticulturalists here.
Yep.
If you are the least bit interested in any of that kind of stuff, this is the one you're going to want to stay at, because you're going to have that nature throughout the entire resort.
Inside and out.
Yes. So now, the Bellagio is also home to Cirque du Soleil's O. Now, Oh. Now, this is the one that is actually has the water features, like a part of it's in the pool.
Yeah.
So without giving too much of it away, obviously, if you're going to be staying at the Bellagio, definitely well worth going ahead and getting those tickets to be able to see Cirque du Soleil O. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. The theater itself was designed to kind of bring you to like a European opera house. So is that famous tea or water? Water, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm trying to cut back my sugar, and that's why I keep thinking of cheesecake. So you're going to have like the beautiful archways, the deep red tones and stuff within the theater. So it's very stylish and very elegant inside. Plus, you have an amazing show that you're going to get to see as well. So, and then let me see, the casino. Casino is obviously something that pretty much everybody is thinking about when they think about Las Vegas.
Yep.
And the Bellagio is no different. They've got all kinds of different tables that you can do if you're a slot person. You want to do poker, you want to do all kinds of stuff. Bought cheesecake bites from Sam's Club, LOL, just to rub it in. You're an evil, evil son, just so you know. So the casino floor actually spans 116,000 square feet. So if you can't find something to do within that casino, if you are looking to gamble, something is wrong with you, because that is huge.
Yes.
Huge, I tell you. So, and then the other thing I wanted to talk about was the restaurants that they have here, because I'm trying to wrap things up. I know we're getting a little backed up on time. Now, the Spago by Wolfgang Puck. I definitely wanted to bring this one up. This is Wolfgang's first restaurant brand in Vegas, and it has a patio that is overlooking the fountain. So depending on when your dining reservation is, you might get a really nice view of the fountain show and be able to listen to it while you're having your meal. Yeah. And the other thing I thought was really interesting with Spago is this is the restaurant that has basically been given credit for turning Las Vegas into a foodie destination and getting Las Vegas really serious about elevating their meals and stuff at the Strip.
I can totally see why, because some of the stuff I've seen that they've made at this restaurant is just like I'm like licking the screen on my television just because like it looks so good. So yeah, it would definitely be something really cool to be able to go eat there. But if you're going to go do it and you want to make a dinner reservation, it's best to make it a little bit later in the evening, as if you, instead of eating it, between 4 and 6, like some people do, try more like 6:30 to 8, maybe 9, and that way you can definitely catch the show, have a later dinner and stuff. Most people are not even getting out of bed until noon anyway, when you're in Vegas, because you're there for the nightlife, baby.
Yes.
So
you really are.
And
it's getting back to that too. I know with the pandemic and everything, it felt very weird being in Vegas, but they're just about back to what they were pre-pandemic. So you're going to get that authentic experience at this point in time. Now,
what's the other restaurants we got in there?
So there is also a buffet at the Bellagio. They are very, very well known for their brunch. So for those of you that like the buffets, yes, the Bellagio has one. I don't know why you would want to eat at one, because you've also got the Prime Steakhouse, which offers Land and Sea Creations by Chef Jean-Georges Bongarichten. I apologize for butchering his name. I want to go to Gordon's restaurant. Gordon Ramsay's restaurant is actually Hell's Kitchen. Definitely try to get yourself a reservation. You're probably, at this point in the game, you may not get it actually, Chris, because it is really, really hard to get into Hell's Kitchen. And be prepared to pay a pretty penny as well.
Yep.
But well worth it. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, and you're going to eat good. I'm telling you. So take your Air Force buddies and go.
Now, there is also the Baccarat Bar and Lounge, which is inside of the casino area. You can get a martini and a cigar with you while you're gambling. So this is not a smoke-free gambling experience, just as a heads up.
Okay.
Now, there's also Cafe Gelato, which offers Italian ice cream, pastries, coffee, smoothies, salads, and sandwiches. Now, I bring this up because they had an almond croissant that I saw. No, I take that back. She had a cheese Danish here. Paula, she makes me so hungry. If you have not been watching Dale and Paula McKenzie at Las Vegas Inside and Out on YouTube, what are you doing? Easier to get into hell, huh?
Yeah, Mom, probably would be.
Okay.
Easier to get into hell than the Hell's Kitchen. So.
But definitely check them out. She had a phenomenal looking cheese Danish. They had amazing looking croissants, just super fluffy pastries. And that's why I wanted to bring up Cafe Gelato, even though it's really not a signature restaurant that they have there. Yep. I also want to say that they have a conservatory dining experience. This is brand new. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for watching. Now, we really thought this was interesting because it's a very intimate, I think maximum like 6 people, maybe 8 people,
Mhm.
right in the middle of the conservatory floor. And you have a one-on-one service with your wait staff. They bring you your food. It's something that you have to prepay for, and make sure you have your reservation ready to go. But you get to literally eat right in the middle of the conservatory
Yep.
with all of those amazing features and stuff all the way around you. So I don't know. I know they're going to be closing it very soon so that they can transfer over for their fall if they haven't closed it already. But can you imagine like a fall motif or Halloween style motif?
Oh man.
And being able to have a meal in there,
Oh.
like that would be so amazing.
Yeah.
I would love that. I know that the table that and it's only one table. That's the other thing that's amazing to me. Very exclusive experience. It was right next to the lion, which is the king of the
Yep.
jungle right there, as well as his mate and his cub.
Yeah.
So you're literally right there dining with the lion.
Yeah,
So-
being able to get that's probably going to be a rare thing, but
Yeah.
that would be so cool to be able to experience that. I mean, just to be able to sit there and just be in the
middle of all that would be so cool.
Yeah.
And definitely a good experience as well. Hi, Leslie.
Hey, Les.
All right. Now there's also Picasso, which is a French dining with the company of Picasso masterpieces. And I thought this was interesting, and I wanted to bring it up because I didn't realize that they had actual Picasso pieces and stuff that you could see right here in the Bellagio.
Yep.
There's also Sadelle's Cafe. Now I want to bring this one up. They do breakfast and lunch, and they're known as having the best brunch in Vegas. The reason why I wanted to bring this up is because it is actually right off of the conservatory floor, and they have a couple of booths that are butted right up against the conservatory, and you can eat and everything right next to the conservatories and Sadelle's, and you can have pretty much anything your heart desires that is brunch related. So I thought this was a really cool one to add in, and it's definitely a very much coveted place for people to go and eat. Let me see here. There's also Yellowtail Japanese Restaurant and Lounge. There is Le Cirque, which is a AAA 5-Diamond Award winner of exquisite French cuisine. And that is right down there with the Cirque du Soleil area. They also have the Le Cirque restaurant right there. And then there's Noodles, which is a Pan-Asian traditional Pan-Asian restaurant that has traditional noodle dishes from Malaysia, Thailand, Japan, China, and Vietnam. So if you're really into pho, if you are wanting to do ramen, different things like that, this is a very good place for you to go and kind of check it out.
Yep.
So I was really impressed with the range of restaurants that they had, which is why I wanted to bring it in.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Something for everyone.
Yeah, you could literally just stay literally on that property. You wouldn't even have to leave.
No.
I mean, you've got all the restaurants that you could possibly need. You've got great entertainment. You've got great gambling.
Fantastic shopping.
Shopping. And that's the one thing I was going to say next. I mean, guys, you got to go do some shopping while you're there. Because, I mean, they've got some very nice high-end stores literally inside the property.
They've
right
got
there.
Bulgari, Gucci.
Mhm.
I can't even tell you all of them that they have just right there. And then some really eclectic ones too. So you run the gamut. There's all kinds of them that you can check out while you're right there in the Bellagio. You can shop to your heart's content. You never have to leave.
Yeah.
So, and then of course, while you guys are on your vacation, you want to have a spa day. Of course, the Bellagio has a spa
I've heard
and
some
a
of the
salon.
best.
So if you guys are wanting to do couples massages because you guys are going out and spending a special weekend, hint, that is something that you can definitely do. If you are just needing to freshen up your nails or do something like that, I'm sure that's something that they can do for you as well.
You want some dude like rubbing me down?
That'd be entertaining.
Okay.
I would enjoy a couples massage. I think that
A
would
couples
be fun.
massage. Okay. All right. Well, anyway.
Oh, goodness. Well, with all that being said, I think we probably better start wrapping this up because we're just getting plain silly now. So, as we said before, if you haven't already done so, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button over there on our YouTube channel, and also like this live stream if you enjoyed it, and then hit that bell notification button so that you know when I upload new videos, because you are not going to want to miss out on that Lakemont Park video, because you're going to be laughing your butt off at us.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun, and it was definitely.
It was interesting.
It was an experience.
Yep. And also, guys, I'm going to be putting this onto my Facebook page. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you can actually go onto my page. You can share it on your page too. So that way, if you know some people that's looking to go to Vegas and stuff, share it to your page.
Yes.
And help us out a little bit. We'll definitely like to. Or if you want to go, get a hold of us. I mean, that's a great way to get out there. And if
boy, Christopher's going nuts with the likes over there on Facebook. Wow.
Yeah, gee whiz. Okay, there we go. But if you're interested in traveling out to Vegas and stuff, get a hold of us. We'd be glad to put a package together for you. Get you out there, and if we got some time, maybe we'll go out with you. So.
Yep, exactly. And speaking of going out with you, as we announced last week, if you guys are interested in going with us to Universal Orlando Resort in March, please make sure that you reach out to us. We've already had a couple of people reach out, and I am so grateful to you guys that have already.
Yep.
I am more than happy to get some pricing and stuff out to anybody that is thinking about it, and kind of give them a little bit more info on what we'll be doing while we're there.
Yep. So if you guys are interested in that, you better get a hold of us, because we want you to go with us. So more the merrier. It'll be a lot of fun.
It would be. Yes, most definitely.
Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's video about us doing things out in Vegas and stuff, and talking about the beautiful Bellagio. I don't know why I can't talk anymore, but the beautiful Bellagio out in Las Vegas. If you guys enjoyed the show, come back and see what we got coming on next week. I think next week we will have a guest appearance.
In the next couple of weeks. His schedule is a little bit wonky, so we're trying to get him in before we go on our vacation.
Yeah, we're going to try to get that worked in, and then a few weeks we're going to be on vacation. We will be down in Chickadee, Virginia, and then we will be heading to the Outer Banks for a few days too. So so we might be doing.
Hopefully, we'll get to see that oldest at some point while we're down towards his neck of the woods.
Oh, I'm sure we will. So, but anyway, guys, it's been fun. I hope you guys had fun and enjoyed us. We will see you guys next week right here at the same place, same station, same time, right here at Plum Crazy Adventures. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.